The TikTok Shop affiliate program is one of the fastest ways to grow to $10,000 a month just by using your smartphone alone. It's actually so effective that you can become an affiliate in under 30 days and make your first 4 figures. But you don't have to take my word for it. For the past 12 months, I've been exploiting this business model that has generated me over $2 million in product sales in just the past year. And it doesn't matter if you've done this before or if you've actually had a ton of experience in something like this. My mom, for example, has never done anything related to this whatsoever, and she made $20,000 her second month ever doing this. So there are 2 major ways to actually grow on TikTok to get the following to start doing this. And for those who don't know, you do need 5,000 followers to get started on TikTok Shop affiliate to get accepted automatically. But sometimes you can get accepted under 5,000 followers, and actually you can get accepted at just 1,000 followers sometimes. The first strategy that I recommend, and this is not my favorite one, but this is one that I've done in the past, and it's actually the one that I use for my current account right now, and that is clipped content. So basically what it is where you take content from another platform and you basically repurpose it for TikTok. So for example, my account that I use right now to this day that made me the $2 million in product sales is actually a content account that I posted country music videos on. So I basically would go to YouTube, I would find videos that were really popular in country music because that's actually something I really like. I like country music. And so I took those videos, I would repurpose them for TikTok and then get super viral videos. And then I would make that content consistently until I got the following requirement to start doing TikTok Shop. Now, there are so many different ways that you can do this type of method. You can do this with podcast footage. You could do this with literally anything you really want that is, relevant in a certain space or a certain niche. So a lot of people like to do motivational content. So they find really good motivational speakers and they post on that niche or that topic throughout the entire account. And this isn't in the same category, but this is a really good method that I like to think is very similar to clipped content. And that's what we're talking about right here. And that is basically where you do quizzes on TikTok. So you basically make an actual quiz on screen and you give people a time limit to guess that quiz. And at the end, you give them the answer. And a lot of times people like that kind of content. They want to learn more. They like to be quizzed on things. And then you post that content consistently until people follow you a ton. Who is the type of person that should be doing this method of content? Now, it could be a number of different people, but what I like to recommend is if you have nothing that you are passionate about or nothing that you would like to make content on that isn't clipped content for yourself, then I think clipped content is a good route to go. Now, if you have a passion or a profession in something that's very interesting, or you have a hobby that you really like, then I would highly suggest the second option that we're going to talk about next. And that is educational content. So you educate people on something that you are already educated in. So for example, if you are a construction worker, you would make content teaching people about construction or building or whatever the case is. There is something that you are educated in this world. I don't know what it is, but there's something that you are passionate about and you are educated in that you can use to actually teach other people about. And I can almost promise you that there's somebody out there that wants to learn about that and something that they don't know that you know, and they want to come back to your account to learn about that stuff later. Another good example is I'm currently in the military. I'm still in the military right now to this day as filming this content. And that would be a good thing. I could make a whole account based around me teaching people about the military and what my life is like and my daily life, the lifestyle, all these different things I could make content about, educate people for who maybe wants to actually join the military. And remember, the only reason that we are doing this right now is just to get to 5,000 followers so that we can start making TikTok Shop content and start making money. Once you get to that threshold of the 5,000 followers, you can honestly completely scrap everything that you just did to get to the followers and just start doing TikTok Shop content if you really want to. Now, of course, there are people out there that continue to do the content they did before to continue to get followers and do things like that. But to be honest, you don't really have to. You actually gain followers just from your TikTok Shop content alone. For example, my country music video account that I was just talking about, I gained that to 120,000 followers just doing that clipped content. And once I started doing TikTok Shop, I grew it to 189,000 followers just doing the TikTok Shop content from there. Now, who should be doing educational content? If you weren't going to do clipped content, who would be the person that should be doing clipped content? I think anybody who is educated or has a hobby of any type can really make educational content. A lot of times people don't really want to do the educational content because they're fearing of being on camera and making this kind of content because they're in fear of maybe their friends knowing about this kind of content, or they're worried about what they look like or how they sound, which I totally understand. But at the end of the day, If you are making money on TikTok, you are going to completely forget about caring about any of those things. And I highly recommend that you just don't care at all from the start, because it's going to benefit you long term. Another really good method, and I don't talk about this a lot, but it's news commentary. So it's basically where you are giving insight about something that's related to the current topics that are happening right now in the world. Something like, political, or something that's happening just in the news, plane crashes, whatever is happening right now in the world. You can speak about it and actually probably get really good views, because especially if you're on top of it and you're really giving out some good value and some good news related content, people are going to love that stuff, and they're going to continue to follow you to see updates on that topic. And this method works so well because so many people are looking for TikTok as a news outlet nowadays, because people are moving from traditional media to now social media to see their news. We have a member in our community, and she did the same method just to grow another account, and it's working really, really well for her. I think she grew like thousands and thousands of followers just doing this method alone. A really good way to do that kind of style is to put some type of text above your head that says something like breaking news and then something related to the topic that you're discussing. And if you combine that with something like a hook where you say breaking news, this is blah, 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 and adding all of the actual content that you're giving, it's probably going to do really, really well. So I just gave you 3 major ways of growing your account to 5,000 followers. And if you were to see which ones I'd recommend the most, I would put number 1 as educational content. And again, I really want to harp on this because it is so much easier to grow followers when you give your passion to other people and people like and follow you for that passion. And you have no idea how powerful this can be when you can take that passion and that actual content and take it to other platforms like Instagram and YouTube and all these different platforms where people want to see that kind of content as well. I do want to give you a couple more big tips that I'd highly recommend, and that is consistency with all of this. So TikTok rewards consistency. So if you are posting 2 to 3 to even 5 times a day, TikTok likes to see that. It shows them that you are committed to this and that you want to grow your account. Another tip I'd recommend is engage with the people that are commenting on your videos. You have no idea how powerful this can be when you are commenting on people's videos. TikTok sees that and they see you as an actual person behind the screen. A lot of times people are bots and they are fake people who are making these fake accounts, and they don't engage with people's comments, and it ultimately shows TikTok that this account does not deserve to be pushed out. So if you can show TikTok that you are going to be active on this account and actually commenting back on people's comments, you are more than likely going to see a high increase in followers and views on your content. And another huge tip that I'd highly recommend is change things up. If you don't see success, you need to shift things completely and just see what works. Try different styles, use different hashtags, try a different format, use different lighting, do all these different things to see what is working and what's not. A big thing that I like to do with my content is I scroll through my videos and just see what is substantially higher in views versus the ones that have low views, and try to really study that. What is going on with that content? And if you have something that stands out, really try to find out what it is in that video that really worked. Now, if you're thinking about starting your own TikTok Shop affiliate account, I actually just opened up my own TikTok Shop affiliate community that you guys can start for free, where I teach you guys everything step by step. So if you guys want to do that, I'll see you there.